What's up, everyone? Coach D speaks here. So recently in Mar-A-Lago, a group of intellectually deprived folks gathered around to hear their leader recite lies and misinformation. Here's what he had to say.
Ashli Babbitt's mother was arrested yesterday because she was protesting the death of her daughter being shot by a lunatic who's got a record of not so good.
Let's be real here. Ashli Babbitt's mom was arrested for show so that she could grift people later. And she wasn't arrested for protesting anything. She was arrested because after being asked several times to move her protest from the street to the sidewalk, she wouldn't comply. But let's run back exactly what he said after that, because not only is it a bunch of lies, it's also very incoherent. Check it out again.
Being shot by a lunatic who's got a record of not so good.
Being shot by a lunatic who has a record of not so good. Why does Donald Trump always sound like a third grader trying to give a 5-minute speech with only 3 minutes of information? And Ashli Babbit wasn't shot by a lunatic. She was shot by a Capitol police officer who was trying to stop a lunatic who was in the process of jumping through a window and threatening the lives of our highest ranking elected officials. The guy he calls a lunatic has probably protected him while he walked the halls of Congress as well. The guy he calls a lunatic is a police officer who he claims to back all the time. You know, the next time one of your right-wing friends says back the blue, ask them if it includes Capitol police officers. Ask them if it includes Brian Sicknick and other Capitol police officers who have died as a result of the January 6th insurrection. You know, I had to actually cut ties with someone who said that Brian Sicknick was not well and should have never been at the Capitol on January 6th. He said that he wasn't fit to be a police officer. These people have no sympathy. They have no empathy. They're downright horrible ass people. And Donald Trump is included.
And then they try and protect him, and they do things, what they've done to that family. But they shot her. There was no reason.
No reason except for she was already illegally in a building and trying to illegally breach another part of that building where she would have gotten to our highest ranking elected officials and done God knows what with whatever was in her backpack.
And then they arrested because the mother was in a group, and they arrested yesterday the mother of Ashli Babbit.
Again, who let this dude on stage to ramble on and say the same thing over and over?
So she loses her daughter, and then on top of it, she gets arrested. And we're not going to let this go on. We're not going to let this go on. These people are horrible, horrible people. These are horrible. And what they've done to protesters. I mean, these were protesters. They were protesting a dishonest election.
Protesters? The people who stormed the Capitol building, beat police officers with American flags, replaced the American flag with a Trump flag, and walked the halls of Congress yelling, "Hang Mike Pence," and "Where's Nancy Pelosi?" Those protesters? Yeah, because this looks like a bunch of protesters to me. Those weren't protesters, those were domestic terrorists, and you're the reason why they were there, and you're the reason Ashli Babbit was shot. Period.
Our blue wall stopped the red wave and election deniers got denied election. That's why we're celebrating with the new Democracy Prevails team. We've got lots of work to do, but we should all be proud that when democracy was tested, democracy prevailed. You've earned this. Don't wait. Get yours right now at store.MeidasTouch.com. That's store.MeidasTouch.com.